Well, I woke up this morning and I turned on the television. I know it was even before coffee. And I saw that we are going to peace, not to war, but to peace. And peace in the Middle East, finally. And this is thanks to Donald Trump. And all of a sudden, I was uncontrollable. Were streaming down my eyes. And I started thinking about all the people whose lives were lost. And for what? 20,000 children were killed during this war alone. 20,000 little people were killed. And you start to wonder what is war all about? Now, I draw a lot of my material from Sun Tzu, The Art of War. From how many billions of years ago was that? Um, and I prefer the translation where the title is called The Art of Strategy. Because strategy is the only way to go in life. You're a strategist, you're a marketing strategist. Everybody, I'd like you to, and everybody, I'd like to introduce you to the arm of the Dr. Gilda conglomerate, and he is my marketing arm. And this is Neil Haley, and he knows more about marketing than anybody you will find. So he and I talk together, but what we do is to strategize. And Sun Tzu talks about strategy as the only way to go. If you don't strategize, you might as well admit defeat, he says. Because you just don't wake up in the morning and say, "Oh, I hate this person. I'm going to shoot that person." Or "I hate that person because this person did this to me or that person did that to me." No, you think of, and this is what I do with every single one of my clients, whether it's relationship counseling personally or relationship counseling in their business for the bottom line, it doesn't make a difference. You have to think, if you do A, what is going to happen over here with B, C, and D? Different audiences. If you choose A, how is that going to show a rippling effect? You throw a pebble in the ocean and there is a rippling effect. Now, with Neil, everybody, I'm just letting you in on behind the scenes. With Neil, he can sell the Brooklyn Bridge, but that doesn't matter. What matters is that he can market to get to the selling of the Brooklyn Bridge. And most people omit that step. So I'm looking at war and all these wars, and for what? 20,000 children dead in Gaza and Palestine and Israel, and those are little bodies for what? Where was the strategy? What did they intend to gain from all of this war? Or any war? Russia, Ukraine, I mean, everybody. What is the sense? Let me just tell you this. The moment you lift your hand in an argument, that is the moment that that argument is over. You have just displayed your own hand as being weak and needing to go to the physical. The most beautiful thing that we have, the most beautiful talent and skill that we have is our ability to think and to create and to project what we've thought and created. And therefore, without marketing, without strategy, there is nothing. And these wars that have gone on and on and on and on for so many years are a terrible waste, in my opinion. I don't know, people like, look, they just caught the guy who started a fire. People like starting fires. People like having wars. For what? What is that sense of this? It makes no sense to me. But when you wake up in the morning and you decide you have this goal, you make sure that you have thought it out. that you have created a strategy. And once you have a strategy in your head, then you've got to bring it to market. You could have 100 different strategies, but if your marketing skills are not right up there, you are going nowhere. So I just want to remind everybody, yeah, I am thrilled that this war, I hope to God, is finished. And I hope to God we can end every other war on this planet. But once we do, then what? You don't have enough? You want more? Strategize. You've strategized and you still don't know what you're doing? You better know marketing. Neil Haley is the one to ask. Thanks, everybody.
All right. Thank you again for all the kind words, Dr. Gilda. Go to drgilda.com. Appreciate it, Dr. Gilda. And that was the special simulcast.